Good morning, everyone. Today, I want you to wake up to a truth that's going to shake you out of your comfort zone. Life does not reward passivity. It does not hand out trophies to people who wait for perfect conditions. Life bows to those who are default aggressive, those who don't sit back and hope but stand up and take action. The moment your eyes open in the morning, the battle begins. You're either attacking or being attacked. There is no in between. Being default aggressive doesn't mean being reckless or careless. It means having the courage to move forward when most people hesitate. It means launching into the unknown, facing chaos, and making order with sheer willpower and persistence. Jocko Willink lives by this philosophy. As a former Navy SEAL commander, he didn't survive because he played it safe. He thrived because he moved first. He pushed harder. He made the decision before fear had time to whisper what if into his mind. Look at your own life. How often do you delay? How often do you wait for motivation, for the right time, for someone else to validate your dream? You are wasting time, and worse, you're giving up control. Default aggressive is about taking the initiative. It's about owning the battlefield of your life. You strike first. You act before doubt sets in. You attack the problem instead of letting it grow. You confront the discomfort and use it as fuel. When you live in this mindset, you don't need permission. You don't wait for green lights. You see a wall and break through it. Life will always put obstacles in your path. Injury, failure, heartbreak, setbacks. But your response determines whether you rise or fall. Default aggressive is about deciding that no matter what life throws at you, you will hit back harder. You will move with purpose. You will not fold. Discipline is your weapon. Action is your shield, and responsibility is your armor. There is power in momentum, power in motion. The more you move forward, the more resistance breaks down. But the moment you slow, hesitate, or retreat, life takes ground from you. Jocko says, discipline equals freedom, and he's right. The discipline to be aggressive, strategically, mentally, physically, is what frees you from fear and failure. You act not because you feel ready, but because you have made readiness a habit. There will be people who call you too intense, too focused, too obsessed. Let them talk. You don't have time to defend your fire when you're building a life they can't even imagine. You're here to dominate your path, not explain it. So what does it take to be default aggressive? It takes waking up early when your body says no. It takes facing the hard conversations, the grueling workouts, the business risks, the lonely nights of building something that doesn't exist yet. It takes resilience, getting knocked down, and getting up before the dust settles. It takes being the first to move, the first to act, and the last to quit. Stop sitting on your potential. Stop waiting for a sign. This is it, this moment, right now. Get up, take control, push forward, live with intention, move with aggression. Your goals are not going to come to you. You must go to war for them. Be relentless, be obsessed, be default aggressive, because when you live like that, nothing can stop you. You don't just survive, you dominate. You don't just dream, you conquer. The difference between people who win and people who get left behind isn't luck, it's mindset. The winners, the leaders, the ones who achieve what they set out to do, those people don't wait, they don't hesitate, they move, they act, they attack. This mindset, what Jocko Willink calls default aggressive, is not about reckless rage or blind reaction. It's about a built-in instinct to move forward, take initiative, and dominate whatever stands in your way. You have to understand something in this life. If you aren't pushing, then you're being pushed. If you aren't deciding, someone else is deciding for you. And if you aren't moving forward, you're falling behind. Every single day, you're faced with resistance. Whether it's in your work, your body, your relationships, or your purpose, life constantly throws challenges at you. But those challenges are not the problem. Your reaction is. Most people let fear dictate their response. They let hesitation creep in. They think, let me wait and see, or I'll decide tomorrow, or maybe next week will be better. And that's when they lose. They don't lose because of the challenge. They lose because they didn't move. Default aggressive is about flipping the switch in your brain that says, no more waiting. It's about building a response mechanism that kicks in the moment resistance shows up. The moment something hard enters your life, you lean in, you lean forward, you go. That's what separates the people who live life on their terms from those who spend life reacting to circumstances. When Jocko Willink was leading his SEAL team through some of the most dangerous combat zones in the world, hesitation could mean death. They didn't have the luxury of overthinking or asking for perfect clarity. They had to move, and they had to trust their training, trust their instincts, and take responsibility for every outcome. That same principle applies to your life. You may not be dodging bullets, but you are in a battlefield, the battlefield of your mind, the battlefield of your goals, the battlefield of your environment. You are either going to dominate or be dominated. Default aggressive means making the first move. It means taking ownership over your problems instead of blaming someone else. It means acting even when you don't have all the answers. It means being so locked in on your mission that nothing, absolutely nothing, distracts you from it. And if something does knock you down, you don't stay there. You respond with action. You get back up. You move again. You hit harder. That's how you gain momentum. That's how you build strength. That's how you earn respect. Let's make this real. Think about something in your life that you've been putting off. Something hard. Maybe it's starting that business, fixing a broken relationship, changing your body, or walking away from something that's draining your spirit. Why haven't you done it yet? What's the reason? Most likely, it's not that you can't. It's that you're waiting for the right time. Newsflash, there is no right time. There's only now. And that's what default aggressive is all about. It's about turning someday into today. It's about refusing to let time pass while you make excuses. It's about stepping into the fire and forcing yourself to act, even when everything inside you wants to stay safe. Jocko always says, discipline equals freedom. That's not just a quote, it's a blueprint. When you discipline yourself to be aggressive in your actions, you create freedom. Freedom from fear, freedom from regret, freedom from the chains of waiting. And that freedom gives you power. Power to shape your life, power to build your legacy, and power to look back and say, I left nothing on the table. You have to remember that life isn't going to hand you your dreams. It's going to test you. It's going to push back. It's going to throw pain, failure, criticism, fatigue, and temptation in your way. You will feel like quitting. You will wonder if it's worth it. But when you operate with a default aggressive mindset, you don't stop to negotiate with weakness. You don't entertain doubt. You move. You keep moving. You grind. You outwork your fear. You outlast your pain. You become the kind of person who thrives under pressure, because pressure reveals who you really are. And when you've trained yourself to be aggressive, to take action, no matter what, you'll find that most people can't keep up with you. Most people break when it gets hard. Most people fold when life punches them in the mouth. But not you. Not anymore. You've got to commit to this mindset fully. It's not a one-time thing. It's a way of life. Every morning when you wake up, you choose your response. You choose aggression over apathy. You choose motion over stagnation. You choose courage over comfort. And the more you make that choice, the more it becomes automatic. That's when you become unstoppable. That's when people start asking how you do it, how you get so much done, how you never seem to slow down. But they don't see the discipline behind it. They don't see the internal battle you fight every day. They don't see the moments when you wanted to quit but didn't. And that's okay, because you're not doing it for applause. You're doing it to fulfill your purpose. You're doing it because you refuse to live a life of what if. You're doing it because you know the cost of hesitation, and you're not willing to pay it anymore. Let me be clear. Default aggressive doesn't mean being unthinking. It doesn't mean bulldozing your way through life without strategy. It means being calculated and decisive. It means knowing your mission and moving on it with intensity. It means not waiting for motivation or permission or validation. You've already given yourself permission. You've already declared your mission. Now it's time to act like it. The enemy of progress is comfort. The killer of dreams is delay. Don't let that be you. Build your mind into a weapon. Forge your body into armor. Harden your spirit through discipline. And when life hits, you hit back harder. This isn't about pretending you don't feel fear. It's about acting in spite of it. It's about facing resistance and charging through it. It's about becoming the kind of person who doesn't shrink from challenges,
but who rises to meet them with fire in their eyes and steel in their soul. The battlefield of life will never go easy on you, so stop asking for it to be easy. Start demanding more from yourself. Start building the kind of life that makes you proud every single day. Start moving like someone who knows they've only got one shot at this life, and they're not wasting it, because that's what being default aggressive really is. It's not just a strategy, it's a declaration. It's a way of standing up and saying, I refuse to be a victim. I refuse to be passive. I refuse to let life pass me by. And once you make that decision, once you truly lock in, you'll find that every goal, every obstacle, every dream becomes fuel. You'll stop fearing resistance and start hunting it. You'll stop waiting and start winning. You'll stop existing and finally start living. When the world hits you hard, when things don't go your way, when plans fall apart and people let you down, you have two options: pause and feel sorry for yourself, or hit back harder with relentless aggression. Default aggressive doesn't mean being reckless or out of control. It means stepping into every challenge with purpose, power, and clarity. It means that when you face resistance, you don't hesitate, you move, you adapt, you press forward, because life isn't waiting for you to get ready. It rewards those who are already in motion. Every day, most people live reactively. They wait for permission. They hesitate before they speak, before they act, before they chase their goal. They ask for signs, for validation, for guarantees. But Jocko Willink teaches something different. He teaches that your default setting must be go do distant, not wait. You don't wait for the perfect moment. You make this moment perfect through action. That's what being default aggressive is all about. The internal programming that refuses to delay, that denies fear a foothold, and that treats uncertainty as a green light, not a red one. You see, hesitation is weakness. Every second you hesitate, you lose ground. Your goals move further away. Your potential shrinks. But when you make aggression your default mode, you make forward movement your identity. You stop overthinking and start executing. That email you've been meaning to send, do it now. That workout you keep postponing, do it now. That tough conversation you're avoiding, have it now. That dream you're waiting for someday to pursue, start it now. Aggression doesn't mean screaming and chaos. It means initiative. It means deciding and doing. It means pushing yourself to act, even when you don't feel ready. Because the truth is, you'll never truly feel ready. You'll always have doubts, but the people who win are the ones who take action in spite of doubt. They use discipline as a weapon and aggression as fuel. When you default to aggression, you train your mind to stop negotiating with weakness. You don't let comfort talk you out of progress. You don't let fear keep you small. You move toward pain, challenge, resistance, because that's where growth lives. The enemy of growth is comfort, and the only way to crush that enemy is to attack it aggressively, relentlessly, fearlessly. That doesn't mean you'll always win. It means that even when you lose, you gain something: strength, clarity, toughness, grit. Every time you act when it's hard, you harden your mind. Every time you fight when it hurts, you sharpen your soul. Default aggressive means you live like a warrior, not because you want conflict, but because you refuse to be passive in a world that tries to tame you. And understand this: people will try to discourage you. They'll tell you to slow down, to take it easy, to not push so hard. Ignore them. They've already surrendered to mediocrity. That's not your path. Your path is dominance. Your path is discipline. Your path is controlled aggression toward the life you want to create. You are not here to live on autopilot. You are here to lead, to build, to fight for your vision with everything you have. You must become the kind of person who charges forward when others flinch, the kind of person who wakes up with intention and executes without apology. This isn't about motivation. It's about mindset. This is who you are. Default aggressive isn't something you do. It's something you become. Every decision, every action, every breath moves you closer to the version of yourself that refuses to be. And when you face setbacks, and you will, you don't retreat, you regroup. and strike back, stronger, smarter, more focused, because setbacks don't break the default aggressive, they make them more dangerous. They show them the flaws, the weaknesses, the gaps, and give them the fuel to fix it all. Your losses are lessons. Your pain is power. Your failures are fire for your next move. The aggressive don't take failure personally. They take it tactically. They study, they learn, they then they attack again. That's how you win. That's how you build. That's how you build a life that can't be shaken. So the next time you feel hesitation creeping in, crush it. The next time fear whispers in your ear, drown it with action. When doubt shows up, push forward anyway. When the world tells you to slow down, speed. When life hits you, hit back harder. Attack every challenge with an aggressive mindset that refuses to quit. Don't wait for momentum. Create it. Don't wait for clarity. Don't wait for clarity. Find it in action. Don't wait for confidence. Build it through repetition. That's the path. That's the truth. That's the mission. You either default to aggression or you default to excuses. There is no in between. Conclusion: becoming default aggressive isn't just a strategy, it's a transformation. It's about burning the hesitation from your mind and replacing it with movement, action, and force. It's about refusing to let fear, doubt, or comfort dictate your future. Every time you attack your goals instead of waiting, you rewrite your destiny. The world doesn't need more passive people. The world needs warriors, focused, disciplined, aggressive warriors who aren't afraid to step into the storm. So stop waiting, start do. Be the storm, be the force that moves mountains. Be default aggressive, because that's how you win in life, relentlessly, unapologetically, and all in.